who.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
We're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now it's time for some movie and TV news and pulp culture discussion. So first up, Starz is moving ahead on Blood of My Blood, which is an Outlander prequel that will focus on Jamie's parents and their little love story.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So that should be good. It's not based on any books that came out like Outlander is, so it will be just a complete new tale about them. So I think that's pretty cool. Days of Our Lives is going to be moving from NBC to Peacock in the middle of September. It's a weird move. I think it's just their way to save the show, because I think if they'd stayed on network television, it probably would have gotten canceled. So this way, they can keep it going. Unfortunately, you'll have to pay for the service. It's not on the free service. It is the one you pay for at least $5 a month. So if you're anti that, which my mom is, when she heard this, she was all ticked. But I told her she could use my account. I'm like, I pay for Peacock. You can log in under me. It's fine. But she's one of those who's like, she's old school. Like, why am I going to pay to watch a soap opera? So that's the only downside. But I think that was just the only way to save it from being canceled. That's my guess. They didn't say that, but that's just my guess.
Well, I mean, it's on at some crazy hours.
Yeah, it's like 1 a.m. here. I mean, other states it's like in normal time. But for some reason in Utah... Yeah, but like if you go on a trip or something, I did notice when we were in Vegas last, you could catch it still like in the day.
Really?
So
Isn't that interesting?
Out here where it had to air in the middle of the night.
Maybe it's just, maybe there just isn't the interest anymore. I don't know. Because reality shows have kind of taken over, but...
Yeah, that's true. They really have.
Maybe the soaps aren't as exciting.
And there's only let me think, 4 soap operas even left. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad Days has made it. Although
right?
I haven't watched it in years, I could probably log back in and go, oh, yeah, I remember.
That's true. You really probably could. So Discovery Plus and HBO Max will combine into one streaming service next year.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, I don't know how that will look. I was saying that maybe they'll call it HBO Discovery or Discovery HBO. You just,
right?
Combine the names will be interesting. I don't see what they have in common, but maybe, again, this is probably a cost-saving measure. That way one doesn't go away over the other, and they just combine their resources.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So this was interesting news. Keanu Reeves is now set to star in Devil in the White City for Hulu.
Really?
It will not be a movie as I think originally intended. It will be a series. And now Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are producing. I do think Martin will probably direct a couple episodes, but originally it was supposed to be a movie with Leo in it, but now he's just a producer and Keanu isn't it. Although they have not confirmed what part Keanu is playing, if he is actually the main architect or if he's actually the doctor. So we'll see.
That is interesting, and I don't see him in that role. But okay, maybe
Either
he
role?
will. Well, I don't
play the
know.
architect
I
of the
don't.
whole thing of the house.
Maybe, yeah. He probably could.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see him in that role.
Versus the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I don't see him in the other one, no.
Okay. Guess we'll see. We'll see what he ends up doing. Then we have Sonic movie number 3.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
This is a go, and it will come out in December of 2024. So we have a whole other year to wait. But yeah, the first 2 did just so well. They're just going to keep going. And I did enjoy them, as I've said many a time. So, hey, I'll keep watching them.
Yeah, they are pretty funny.
Oh, did you finally watch it?
Nope, but it looks funny.
Oh.
And I've heard it's funny, and you like it. So
Yes, I do like them. Steve Martin's life and career will be the subject of a documentary on Apple TV. It's either at the end of this year or next year. They haven't confirmed exactly the time, but that's cool. He has done a lot. He's been around for so long.
Right.
Sometimes it's rare you get a documentary on someone who's still living.
Exactly.
So I think this is cool.
Yeah.
Especially if he participates and talks about himself. So that will. I think that would be cool. Fargo season 5 for FX has cast Joe Keery, who was this last season, in Stranger Things. Lamorne Morris, who's from New Girl, the show that's no longer on. That's so funny. And then Richa Morjani, I think is her name. Anyway, she plays the really cool aunt on Never Have I Ever, that series I just absolutely love on Netflix. It's so funny. So they are 3 newbies coming into season 5. I honestly can't believe that show's gone on this long. When they said season 5, I was like, that show's been on for 5
I know.
seasons.
Yeah,
or 4 seasons.
that's really surprising to me too. I didn't
It's like it
realize.
just keeps going. I've never seen it, so hey, I mean, obviously it gets good ratings if they keep doing it, and they keep changing the cast every single season. So,
Is it still funny?
That's a good question.
I mean, you haven't seen it, I haven't either. And Fargo, the original was funny.
That's true. That's a good question. I might
So-
have to just check out like one
Yeah.
episode. And in season 5 too, Chris Rock had already been cast in the lead. So, but again, he's played funny and not funny. So
And-
I don't know. That's not a good
And what's this on?
FX.
Oh, FX. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, obviously, I don't have network TV anymore, or even cable TV. Sorry, so I'd have to. I don't know where reruns of Fargo is. Maybe on Hulu. I'll have to look if I can. Find
Yeah,
out where
you
I
could
can-
find it on Hulu if it's. Yeah, I'll bet you could.
Okay,
We'll have to check it out.
I can watch it then. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see it anyway. There is going to be a live-action Pac-Man movie coming out. It is now in development from Wayfarer Studios. I honestly, I
Oh
don't
my gosh!
see
Just
how
shoot
that
me
would
now.
look.
Just shoot
You know,
me now.
unlike Sonic, Pac-Man is just a head. It's just a face with a smile. that
Exactly.
taunts you. I don't understand how that would be a live action anything, but
I think it'd be more like a nightmare. You're just running from a giant Pac-Man.
Head that's trying to
yeah,
eat you.
just in that noise. Me.
Right?
Yeah.
as long as they don't try to make it where it's like a person with that head that's doing and walking with the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope it's not like
I
that.
don't
guess
know.
We'll see.
That doesn't sound fun
thought
to
that
me.
was weird. I was like, interesting, a live action Pac-Man. And then finally, some news I just heard is that John Hamm has joined the morning show for season 3. So he's going to be playing a corporate titan that is going to get in the way of Billy Crudup's character and has some clashes with Alex. So,
Oh.
yeah, we enjoy John Hamm. He was just last seen in the Top Gun Maverick movie. So
I like John
Of course,
Hamm.
all of the the progressive commercials.
Yeah. All right.
With Flo, so
Oh, I know. That's so funny.
and he can be good at obviously being mean. So I think this will work. And apparently they're going into production next month for season 3. So my guess is we'll just get it next year, since they're just going to really start filming it. So we'll look for morning show season 3 next year.
Well, that sounds good.
So for movies and TV shows out this week, first we have Fall. This is in theaters and stars Virginia Gardner and Grace Fulton. So for best friends Becky and Hunter, life is all about conquering fears and pushing limits. However, after they climb 2,000 feet to the top of a remote abandoned radio tower, they find themselves stranded with no way down. Now their expert climbing skills are put to the ultimate test as they desperately fight to survive the elements, a lack of supplies, and vertigo-inducing heights.
I really want to see this, but I really don't. I mean, I have this. I mean, just heights are terrifying to me, but this looks so good.
It does look good. I'll probably see it, but not until it hit. I won't see it in a theater, but I wait till I can see it at home. Clutching my couch just in case if I get.
I don't know, on the big screen, it could be
I'm sure it's
absolutely
cool if you're in the
terrifying. It could be worse for those of us who have acrophobia.
Yeah, that's true. But it does look, good.
It does look good.
I
Yeah.
remember the only climbing show I can ever remember watching and liking was Cliffhanger back in the 90s.
Oh
I
yeah,
enjoyed that movie.
Cliffhanger. That was good.
So yeah,
I did too, and that one didn't bother me too much.
even though some of the stunts were awesome. Looking,
But they're also
yeah.
not climbing a freaking tower. That just
No, but it's
has.
still a mountain.
Oh, I know. But I don't know. That didn't bother me as much as this little narrow
Pole
pole
tower.
that has nowhere to. I don't know. Just anyway, it's that whole weird thing that I probably fell in a previous life.
Right, that's true. Oh, excuse me. So Mac and Rita, this will be in theaters and stars Diane Keaton and Elizabeth Lail. So when 30-year-old Mac Martin reluctantly joins a Palm Springs, California bachelorette trip for her best friend Carla, her inner 70-year-old gets released literally. The frustrated writer and influencer magically transforms into her future self, Aunt Rita. Freed from the constraints of other people's expectations, Rita comes into her own, becoming an unlikely social media sensation and sparking a tentative romance with Mac's adorable dog sitter, Jack. I have to say, I saw the commercial on this, and it actually did make me laugh with a couple of seconds of it that there was. I was like, Diane Keaton, in her, pratfall self, it was pretty funny. 'Cause it's like, she plays, she's trying to channel the inner 30-year-old that she's supposed to be, and I think she does quite well from what I did see.
Oh, good.
So I think it.
I don't
actually-
think she's done anything in quite some
I
time.
don't think she has. Yeah, you're right. So I think that will be, I think that will be pretty funny. Look forward to that. Then we have Day Shift. This is a movie on Netflix and stars Jamie Foxx, Dave Franco, and Snoop Dogg. So a hardworking dad out to provide for his daughter uses a boring pool cleaning job as a front for his real gig, hunting and killing vampires. Y'all, when I say this trailer was probably the most well done thing I'd seen in a long time that made you want to watch a movie. I'm not even
Really?
kidding. I saw it and I was like, I can't think the last time a trailer drew you in that much.
I
Where
mean,
you're
the
like, I
premise
wanna
of the
see
story
this.
sounds kind of hokey.
But
but-
no, it's good, and it's like it's done by the people who did like John Wick.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
It looked like the action looks good. It looks funny too. On top of it, it's like yes, I am here for this Day Shift movie.
Oh, boy.
Snoop Dogg's one of them. He's one of the he takes out like this like bazooka and is like killing them. I was like, this is so fun. So-
While still cleaning the pool.
Right. So I will definitely be reporting on this to you next week because I will watch this weekend, no problem. Then we have Never Have I Ever season 3 on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
And as I was just talking, one of my cutest, favoriteest new shows. Let me see if I can get her name right, but it still stars. I think it's Matt Ray Ramakrishna, Darren Lewison, and Darren Barnett. So it just continues the high school adventures of Devi, Ben, and Paxton. And like I said, it has the narration from the tennis player John McEnroe. It's like her inner voice. It's just hilarious, knowing that it's him speaking, but it's like her mind. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I just recommend you guys watch it. It's so funny.
Awesome.
Then we have 5 Days at Memorial. This is a limited series on Apple TV and stars Vera Farmiga. So this chronicles the impact of Hurricane Katrina and its aftermath on a hospital. When the floodwaters rise, power fails, and heat soars, exhausted caregivers at a New Orleans hospital are forced to make decisions that will follow them for years to come.
You know, I saw this trailer last night, actually, and I was wondering. I didn't know anything about it. I just saw it. In fact, I didn't even see the name or anything. And I thought, is this something to do with Hurricane Katrina? What happened there? Because it was in a hospital where. I was thinking that, remember that big event center where everyone went to and
Yeah.
it was just a nightmare?
The Superdome.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, maybe it isn't. But maybe it's prefaced off that. But I didn't know that there was this big issue with one of the hospitals. So,
Yeah, me neither. So yeah.
yeah, it
looks
looked
like
good.
interesting.
And of course, Vera Farmiga, I'm a big fan of hers. Because, all the Conjuring movies, the Conjuring universe. So,
Oh, that's true. Of course, she's from before that, the Bates Motel series
oh,
as Mother.
I never did see that.
Yeah, me neither. But I mean, she got nominated a couple times, so had to have been good. Then we have Secret Headquarters. This is a movie on Paramount Plus, and stars Owen Wilson, Jesse Williams, and Walker Scobell, who is the cutest. Like I said, he did so good portraying a younger Ryan Reynolds in The Adam Project on Netflix. In that movie, so I'm so glad he's going to keep working and doing stuff. But anyway, a kid discovers the secret headquarters of a powerful superhero hidden beneath his home and must defend it with his group of friends when villains attack.
Ooh.
This is just like a cute little movie. I'd probably watch this just when I had time. I think it actually does look pretty cute, and I enjoy Owen Wilson for the most part.
Yeah, I do too.
And then finally, we have A League of Their Own. This is a new series on Amazon and stars Nick Offerman, Shantae Adams, and Abby Jacobson. So following the journey of the World War II All-American Professional Women's Baseball League players as they travel across a rapidly changing U.S. This is, yes, based off the movie from the early 90s that starred Gina Davis and Tom Hanks. This is a series about it, although I guess Nick Offerman, who's playing the coach, I guess it would still be a coach, baseball coach for them. He says he's not supposed to be like Tom Hanks. He's like, he made it more, he's like,
Serious?
he's like, there's no nice, arc for this dude. He is just pretty scruffy. He doesn't you don't really warm up so much to this guy as you did the Tom Hanks version of him.
Uh-huh.
But he's like, you'll probably still like him, but
There's no crying in baseball.
yeah, he'll be more mad about that. Like, no. So I'll watch it. I really enjoyed the movie back in the day. So yeah, I'll definitely watch this series.
And this is a series, so cool.
On Amazon, and yeah, it's Amazon, so yes, you can watch them at your leisure, all at once, or when you know what I mean.
Oh, good news.
Love that about that. Okay, so what we have been watching this week. So for me, I've just watched 2 things, as well as caught up with something I'd watched years ago, but I'm not even going to go into that. That's what sucked me in for the most part. Anyway, so I watched the new movie called Purple Hearts on Netflix. This starred Sophia Carson and Nicholas Galzantine. And Sophia Carson, she's a Disney girl. That's mainly what she used to do, and now she's finally 23 and can break out and do other things. But this is really cool. It was an interesting kind of like enemies to lovers story. So she plays a musician who has diabetes, and he's a military man that has money issues, and they agree to a marriage of convenience in order for her to get his medical insurance, and then he gets some type of payout for being a married man who has to take care of a family. Like, it's just the money that you get, not as a single person, but as in a couple that you would normally get as your pay. He gets more, and that's what he needs the extra money for. So, because he has a debt he has to repay. So I went into it thinking I'm just gonna put this on and like do other things, but I actually was interested and watched it completely immersed. So it was just really good. It's not cheesy at all, like Hallmark or anything like that. And it's a pretty grounded movie. There's some gritty things that happen, and I think it was just well done.
Okay.
I enjoyed the progression of the love story and how it was approached. I thought it was just really good.
Yeah, I see that on there, and I just skip over it because I kind of liken it to, and I know nothing about it until what you just said, but more like I think it's called Virgin River. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. So I wonder, is it kind of similar to that?
See, and I never watched Virgin River.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a
it's so weird
love story.
I know you guys are thinking it's weird because I do like, obviously, some cheesy stuff like Hallmark and such. But to me, Virgin River almost looked too schmaltzy for me, which is why I never put forth the effort to ever look at it.
Well, the people sure like it because it's, it keeps renewing. And
I know. It's got renewed again. I was like, really?
Yeah, I did watch some of it, and I was like, yeah, it definitely belongs on Hallmark. But you know what? Maybe there's more to it. I don't know, but
right. But no, this is definitely, like I said, it's more like, the word I can only say is grounded. It's not cheesy. It's like, I mean, it seems like a pretty good, accurate representation of like real life. So I did enjoy it.
Oh, good.
And then lastly, I watched another movie on Netflix called Can You Keep a Secret? This was a very cute rom-com. This was total opposite. This is complete comedy rom-com. Anyway, and it's about it's a very funny, very awkward woman who she gets on a plane, and it starts off where she's already on the plane coming back home from a working trip, and she ends up getting so drunk on the flight because she can't handle flying. And then this very cute man ends up sitting next to her, and she's just like pouring out all this stuff to him about her life and stuff because the plane starts experiencing turbulence and she freaks out. And so she's telling him all these things. And then, of course, when she gets back to the office, it's like the head honcho's coming in, she's never met, and it turns out to be this dude. I told you, I've never laughed so hard in my life. Just how stupid she was about every little thing. I can't even, it was very funny. It was just like when he shows up, her reaction was just like, oh God, what do I do? Where do I go? What's happening? And she's just trying to explain it.
Who's it with?
Sorry. It has, it's Kaya, I can't even say her name that way, Kaya Scodelario, and then Tyler Hoechlin, who I enjoy from Superman. He's the Superman on the TV show.
Oh, okay.
She's very cute, and so I get why she got flustered, but it's just hilarious when she doesn't realize. And so, and it kept like he'll like ask someone something, and then it'll flash back to when she told him something about the person.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, oh, he does because he's like trying to oh, it's fine. I don't remember anything that you told me, but in reality he does because he keeps like egging it on, like when he'll be like, so you're so and so. Oh, I like your plant. And she had just told him on the plane, I hate that girl. I poured juice in her plant just because I want it to die. And so he's like, I just love that plant. She's
And so she knows that he knows. And
Yeah. Because at first when she's like, I hope we're okay. Like I didn't mean to. She's like, no, we were in this weird situation. He's like, I don't remember what you told me anyway. But then the next scene is like I said, him coming up to the girl and it's like, so, oh my gosh, that plant looks so good. She's like, oh no, he actually does remember what I said. So it's just honestly, it was
sounds
very
really funny.
It was.
Sounds like a good. You said it's a rom-com, right?
Yeah. And it was very well done. I seriously did laugh like for most part of the whole show. So I do advise watching it. It was
Okay, now that sounds good. Can you keep a secret?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I'm pretty proud of myself. I actually finished some stuff. First was Blackbird. I did end up watching the entire thing, and I will tell you what, because it's based on a true story. In fact, it is a true story. Paul Walter Hauser, he is such a phenomenal actor. He can play a funny role. He can play a serious role. He's just that guy, and so believable. And he's got these big sideburns that were big in the Civil War, and they called them, I forgot what they called them, like bear beards, or I don't know. Anyway, he's just super good. And then the guy who played the main part,
talking about
Taron Egerton. Yeah, really good. In fact, he kind of reminds me of my son a little bit. Anyway, but it's a great show, and there's only like 6 episodes, so definitely watch it. It's on Apple.
I do want to check it out.
Yeah, so. It's good. It's really good. Very kind of nerve-wracking too. You don't know whether to believe them or not. You know, it's this guy who gets he gets arrested for drug trafficking and is sent to prison. But the one way that because he's so liked, the one way that they're going to maybe commute his sentence is if he can get a confession out of this guy in this really hardcore prison. I can't remember. It's like Rikers, and what he goes through in order to do that. It's kind of creepy because, prisons are scary. So it's really good, and I definitely suggest that you give that one a whirl. And then I started watching Surface. And even though I haven't finished it yet, because not all of the episodes have come out, I am all caught up, and I am digging the show. Really, and I know you started watching it, so you're and you liked it, right?
Yes, I do like it.
So boy, the twists and turns. Who did what? Who do you believe? I don't know who to believe. When you think you've kind of got it figured out, then it's like, throw a little kink into it. So it's excellent. And again, that one's by Reese Witherspoon has.
Yeah, she's the producer.
She's the producer of that one as well. And because I love documentaries, I started watching Life After Death, which is the Tyler Henry story, and this is on Netflix. And he's a medium. He's this kid who's this phenomenal medium. And I think there were, I always forget how many episodes, but I think there were like 10 episodes. They're very short. They're like 30-minute episodes.
Oh, okay.
But it shows him giving readings to all sorts of people, from celebrities to common people. And some of them were actually people who you would have heard the story of loss. So maybe something that was, maybe a catastrophic event, and they had loved ones that passed away because of it. It's like you had heard that story. So on the news or something. Well, then he's actually talking to the people who lived it. So it's phenomenal. Plus he's got this crazy story of his own with his mother and trying to figure that one out. She was kind of kidnapped by a woman who was a murderer. So here's this whole other side to him. Plus he's doing readings. So anyway, it's really amazing. I enjoyed it. In fact, my son's watching it, and he's really digging it. So anyway, Life After Death, the story of Tyler Henry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. So first we have Dungeons and Dragons, based of course off the legendary board game.
Yes.
Board game. This is way back, people.
Yep.
Board game. This will be out March 3rd and stars Chris Pine, Reggie Jean Page, Michelle Rodriguez, and Hugh Grant. This actually looks very fun. I'm not someone who ever played that video game, so I don't know who the characters are.
It's not a video game.
Oh my god,
It's
I
a
keep
board
saying that.
game. I know.
I don't know why. It's like I'm of age where that's what I grew up on
Well,
board games, not video games. So
I
I
have
don't
never
know
played it either.
why I keep saying that. But it looks really fun. Like,
Yeah.
I think this will be one of those board game movies or even video game movies done right, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the last Mortal Kombat was good, but I mean, there have been some instances where it's like, obviously Sonic was good, so I think this one actually looks fun as
It
well.
looks amazing, and my daughter plays Dungeons and Dragons, and she's super excited for this movie. And it look so good, and I'm a huge fan of Chris Pine. So,
Right. And I love Hugh Grant, man.
I do too. Yes,
Like, he's been making some fun choices lately, so I am here for it. I don't know if it's that he's older and has children or what. He's just like more laid back, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot.
well, and this is definitely one to see on the big screen. Too bad it's not till March 3rd,
I know. Gotta wait.
but that's okay.
Right. But that's okay. It'll be fine. Then we have The Good House. This will be out September 30th and stars Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline, who we have not seen in ages.
Right,
I
yeah.
haven't seen her in a while either.
We
but
haven't,
really,
no.
it's been even longer for Mr. Kline. So this looks so cute. It
does.
I like how there's some, I guess you'd call it, is it third person when you talk to the camera? Or
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. There's a lot of talking to the camera, you're aware of the surrounding and what's happening, which like I said, I enjoy that for the most part, as long as it's done well in shows or movies. So it looks like she seems really cute. Basically like she's playing a realtor who fell in hard times due to her drinking, and she's trying to get it together, but not really going to get together.
Well, and her husband leaves her for another man,
Right.
So that just compounds things, and but it looks so cute.
It does look cute. I would definitely.
And I'm not a fan of that whole talk to the camera thing, but like you said, if it's done well, and from what I could tell, that wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
So
It's done with probably just the right amount of screen time and sass and. Yes, so it looks really good. I have to say, Kevin Kline does look very, very old in this, but I like him, so I'm sure it'll be good.
I do too,
This is definitely
yeah.
one I would see, so I would definitely check out the trailer and see if you guys agree.
Oh, and just one other quick side note. You know how we were talking about Fargo?
Oh, yeah.
And possibly being able to see the episodes on Hulu. I did just check Hulu, and it's not on there.
Oh, okay.
I know, so we'll have to see if it's, streaming somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Although you could check it out since you have cable, but
Yeah,
I just couldn't.
that is true. But
I just
I haven't seen any of the others, so if I wanted to go back and see others, I don't know. I guess you
Oh,
can.
no, because
then you can look at the seasons, right?
Plus, you can just go like on demand and go back.
Yeah.
So, I'll have to see.
Well, I think that's it for us this week. Thanks so much for listening. We had fun, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give us a review or comment, because it really does help us out and helps us to know what we can improve on, or maybe things you guys want to hear or see. Even though we're not going to show it to you because we're on a podcast.
That's true.
But you can also follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_Moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.